spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we got a good one in store. As it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped the 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings. The Vikings defense out to go to work here. Sensational a week ago in the victory. And the one we'll be watching is this man, head linebacker.
And he really played well last week. This whole defense did, as a matter of fact. Anytime you can hold your opponent under 10 points, you've got a great chance to come away with a victory, and that's exactly what they did.
Caleb going to throw right away. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. To throw, Williams. Pass complete, Luther Burden. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards.
Throwing is Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Vikings 40-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. To the air, Williams. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They do get 10. The Viking defense back out for this next drive. They lead 7-0, trying to put a stop together here as this drive starts with a first down. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
What is up? A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. The Viking defense back out for this next drive. And after their guys were forced to punt a moment ago, they'll try to force one of their own here as this drive begins with a 1st down. They'll start on the ground here with 1st down. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
4 yards on the pickup.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Williams. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw is Williams. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of. The Viking defense back out for this next drive. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw, McKee. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score lead here in this 3rd quarter as this next drive gets underway. Williams now throwing to start the drive. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the back. The Viking defense back out for this next drive. They had that strip a moment ago that led to the return for a score, so they're playing free and easy now as they try to shut down this offense again.
What is that?
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. They've got this offense backed up to start out. The line of scrimmage, the 5-yard line as we begin 1st and 10.
You got Hornets! 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 Hornets!
Working out of the gun, Williams. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's second down and 10.
What is that?
Hands it off out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be some. The Viking defense back out for this next drive. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable 3rd quarter lead as this next drive begins 1st and 10.
What is that?
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams. Oh, that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his 2nd, but it's... The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. They've pitched the shutout here into the 4th quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here.
What is that?
Throwing to start the drive. Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
What is that?
39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. And this offense on 3rd down today, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. And the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The Viking defense back out for this next drive. They've been terrific all game long, have not let this offense get on track, and they try to close this one out here in the fourth.
What is on?
In motion goes the tight end. Now Williams throwing to start the drive. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
What is on?
Coverage by Byron.
Operating from the gun. Williams in trouble, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
It's now 3rd down.
What is up?
Moore, the motion man right. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. They've put in a very good shift so far, and this one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish strong here in the fourth as this next drive starts 1st and 10.
What is up?
Throwing to start the drive. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Bears.
What is on?
On 1st down, it dropped to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. They'll get 4 there on the screen, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. 2nd down and 6 now. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. That pass complete to Moore. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
A gain of 6. And the Bears 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it.
Williams going to look to throw again. No, foul, no fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Minnesota, the train.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get